Let's see.
What's up, guys? Welcome to our first episode of our new podcast, Ronda. Not only is this brought to you by us, Patron Sports, me, Blake, Negs, and Rod, it's also brought to you by Globally Ballin. This is a part of the Globally Ballin Podcast Network, which is a subsidiary of the Globally Ballin Media Network. For this show and other shows like it, such as the Globally Ballin Podcast, as well as projects like it, such as original articles and video work, visit globallyballin.com now. For episode 1 of Ronda, our show, we'll be talking about Jalen Green, about him playing for Gilas, Kai, and if he can really play in the NBA, PBA Bubble, and we'll pick our favorite team since we don't have favorite teams. And then we'll talk about some topics and maybe even give our picks for the NBA Finals, just to switch it up a little bit. And cue the intro music. All right, welcome. This is our first podcast, so I guess you might as well just introduce ourselves.
That's
If you guys hear a sound that's a thump,
not just here.
because if you're just listening to the podcast, you're gonna hear a thump
yeah.
sometimes, and that's because the phone is falling down. And if you're watching it, you'll probably just see it live. Anyways, So introduction. I'm Blake, along with my two best friends right here, Negs and Rod. We created Patron Sports, basically a company where we just want to share Philippine sports, show all the glory and everything that's good about it. We necessarily don't know a lot about Philippine sports, but I guess that's part of it. We want to learn along the way, and
Part of
also
the
help
journey.
Gonna find out.
everyone else learn along the way. We'll figure it out.
For sure.
All right, so I'm Rod. I play baseball for the Ateneo Blue Eagles right now, and I met Negs when we were teammates on the national team, and I've known him since we were 11 years old, and we were high school teammates in baseball, and that's where we met Blake. And now we're the three best friends that anybody can have.
I don't know about that one.
This guy is always BM. Back then.
Yeah.
Negs is always BM.
Is it me or you? Me?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Alright. What's up, guys? My name is Negs. Like Rod mentioned, we met each other when we were teammates in the baseball team, like way back. So we've pretty much grown up with each other. And growing up, I played basketball and baseball, two favorite sports. So yeah, I've pretty much grown up, not just playing sports, but also I've been a big fan of just following the NBA, MLB, and all those other leagues. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, if you guys are wondering why we call this podcast Ronda, that's because us three, a lot of the time when we're just bored.
Well, it's our during quarantine. You can't really leave the house or anything, and or you can't see anybody. So
Ronda.
so we decide. Yeah. So now it's the quarantine activity.
Go pick up your friends, drive around. Who knows?
Just
Maybe
make
we'll go
Cuento.
pick up some guests.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get Kiefer on here somehow. 30 maybe. You never know. We'll see. But yeah, I feel like Ronda was even a thing before quarantine. Like we just like driving around. Usually we listen to music,
Yeah.
make cuento, like all that stuff. But
Jam
now,
out to some tunes.
Mhm.
yeah, so after this we'll probably continue to do that and just drive around a little longer. But yeah, that's why we call it what? That's why we call the
this,
podcast
Ronda.
Ronda. Alright, awesome. So let's get into it right off the gate. You guys all know Jalen Green, right? NBA prospects, good lottery pick. So he says that there is a potential for him to play for Gilas at some point in time.
I think definitely at some point in time he's gonna want to play. Like, I mean, he's got to. If he really does want to do it, the kid is already half Filipino.
See, but there's problems also.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that have to go right
Because
for him to
one
play.
is that
If they're able to convince someone that Andre Blatch is Filipino, there is going to be a way.
but the
No,
problem,
that's not the thing.
The problem with
Yeah.
Jalen Green is that he's already played in a FIBA tournament.
Yeah,
in the US,
yeah,
okay,
in the US.
but so it's just some rule they're gonna have to get over, and then they're just gonna change it again. I'm sure that's what happened with Andre. Are you kidding me? Andre Blatch?
Well,
You're trying
Andre-
to sell to me that he's Filipino?
No, but Andre Blatch got naturalized. I mean,
Yeah.
Andre Blatch never
Yeah,
played
okay,
for the
naturalized,
Yeah, but he
whatever
never
that
played for
means.
the U.S. national team.
And the rule is that you can only
play
have
for
one
one
naturalized player, right?
Yeah.
Because like Jordan Clarkson, I know was
Mhm.
naturalized as well. So the thing is, they can't have both of them for sure, right?
Jordan Clarkson or Jalen Green.
Yeah.
No,
And
both.
you can't have both.
You can only have one naturalized.
And you're gonna pick. I mean,
you can't pick.
waiting for what Jalen Green's gonna become for the
Jalen Green
Knicks.
because he's already played for the U.S. team.
Yeah, but that's just a loophole that someone has to get over. I think it's a
Anyways,
loophole.
Next topic. So Kai,
Yeah,
you guys all know Kai Sotto, big guy,
of course.
Ateneo dude. What is he? 7'1"? Some call him next Kristaps. Some call him the next Jokic.
Who called him next?
Who is it? Who is the coach? The
Brian
coach?
Shaw.
Brian Shaw.
Yeah, Brian Shaw.
So he said that he's looking forward to Kristaps, and he said that he can be Jokic, right?
like he has the prerequisite skills to
ceiling.
like be able to play like Nikola Jokic,
Okay.
basically.
First of all, he said this before the playoffs, correct?
Yes.
Before
Yeah.
Jokic went off in the playoffs. So let's take that into account.
Yeah.
I just think that. Well,
I
now
think
it's
Wait,
really
what's
wrong.
I
what's
think
the?
it's a stretch.
So the question is, do we think he'll be as good as Jokic?
I guess, but also, like,
Yeah.
how good do you just think he's going to be? NBA.
I mean, like first and foremost, there's no way in hell that he is going to be as good as Nikola Jokic. Seeing what that guy did in these past NBA playoffs.
Yeah, that's why. Now
I
that
just
we've
can't
seen the
see it.
playoffs, it's
Yeah.
a big stretch.
Though I do think he will get drafted.
Mhm.
I used to think he wouldn't, to be honest, but now I'm kind of leaning towards he'll
He's
probably
projected
get
as a
drafted.
first-round pick.
Yeah, and he's already in the G League. He's already there. He's getting experience playing against these guys from the US.
Yeah.
So I mean the
what's
guy
better?
is 7'2", and you can't like we always say, you can't teach height. He does have skills. Like he can shoot it.
It's good footwork.
Yeah,
I like his footwork.
great footwork. He can shoot it a lot. He can handle even. So I can definitely
I
see
think
him.
both of you are making Bolero, and I think this guy is like, I think he is like not an athlete. I think he has a lot of skill, but I just think he's just too slow, and he's too skinny, and he's gonna. I mean, it sucks that I'm gonna say this, but like I just don't think that he's gonna be able to handle the big boys. I mean, this is the NBA. This isn't a joke, guys. You're not just gonna throw. This guy is what, fresh off his high school graduation in Ateneo. Okay, like let's not get insane
Well, he
here,
didn't.
man.
He
He's
also
in the
went to
G
the
League.
States. He went to the States.
All right, hold on. We're gonna get temperature
Temperature
check.
check. Where were we with, guys? Oh yeah, so Rod, you
Yeah.
were saying.
I just don't think that. Like, I mean, if you look at the NBA now, man, it's about. These guys are all athletes. They're all 6'7" forwards that can run the floor. Look at
Yeah,
Duncan
well, I mean,
Robinson, man. What the hell?
Nikola
Like,
Jokic
they're
is
gonna-
not. Nikola
yeah,
Jokic
but
is
yeah,
not an
Duncan
athlete.
Yeah,
Robinson
exactly.
is your
Exactly.
example, like,
Nikola
that's
Jokic.
not-
When you're that good, you stay on. You play.
Yeah.
When you're just like.
So you don't even
NBA.
think he can like be an off the bench big like for some team? Because for me, I think that's.
I mean,
his
if you're a big and you're gonna play in the NBA right now, you're gonna need to have skill. You're gonna need to
Yeah.
do all these things, and you're gonna need to run up and down the floor. I don't think this guy is durable to run up and down the floor for an NBA team.
I think he is.
Like,
I think he
To
has
get
a lot of
beaten
time
up
to
down
develop.
low.
I think he
Dude,
has a
do you
lot of time
see-
to develop.
Okay.
He's only 18.
so you're telling me Kai Sotto, who we see walking down Katipunan Ave every once in a while, is gonna go matching up against these guys like Bam Adebayo and
If
stuff.
he
I mean,
develops,
oh my god! Don't
He
even
develops.
start.
For sure. He's taller than that.
Yeah, he's taller than Bam.
AD.
A lot of
He's
people,
taller than
a lot of people are taller than Bam Adebayo, man. But like, you see them, these guys
Yes,
are.
but height gets
have-
drafted.
yeah,
Height gets drafted and height plays.
Yeah, and it's
Look
not
at
even
Boban.
it's not even that they can't like he doesn't have any skills. Like he can
Yeah.
actually, if you like watch his
He's a good
highlights and
passer.
stuff,
Like,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a good
not
passer.
terrible
Oh,
at
I
He
all.
can
mean,
shoot. He's got a
sure,
pretty
dude.
sweet looking stroke
That's
from the outside.
yeah, but I'm sure there are a lot of 7'1" kids growing in
See,
America.
that's
whatever.
the thing that I don't think that there is. I don't think there's a lot of 7'1" kids that
Can play,
play
yeah,
like
that can
that.
play.
I don't know.
there's really not.
I really think the game is changing, and I think everybody's just
No, I
feeding
think
false hope to
yeah, the
everybody.
game is changing, and I actually think it's beneficial for Kai.
Yeah.
Because now, like bigs are expected to be able to stretch the floor all the way to the
stretch the floor,
3-point line.
and you need to be able
Like,
to
he
run
can-
up and down the floor. I
Yeah.
don't think this guy can run up and down the floor. Like just the way like he just looks it just looks very raw. The way like he just doesn't
Yeah,
look like
obviously it looks
his
raw
motion
right
doesn't
now.
look like an athlete, man. And it's I mean like it would be awesome, man. I mean, and I think if he stayed here or something, it would have been cool. He would have been a Philippine icon, but
Yeah.
in the States,
No,
I mean,
I
this
can-
is the NBA, guys. Come on.
I know.
This is not like what all of a sudden we're just he's 7'1", he can do it.
The thing with me is I would not be surprised if he played like 1 year in the NBA and came back and just played for the PBA. Like that is also.
I mean,
very real possibility.
if he even
But I
somehow-
definitely think he's gonna get drafted, and he will play on an NBA hardwood floor.
if he
At least
if he
once.
somehow makes an NBA roster, yeah, maybe he'll get about 30
I think
seconds.
that's crazy that you think like if somehow he's gonna make an NBA roster.
Yeah, he's
I'll
gonna make an
guarantee you
NBA
that
roster.
He will make
yeah.
an NBA roster.
I think he will. For
I
sure.
really can't. If I mean, it'll be awesome to see, but I really can't.
Alright.
It's tough.
Fair enough.
Moving on. You guys all know about UAP 79 with LaSalle, Ben and Bala. Right? They almost went undefeated, but they lost that one game. Right? That
Uh-huh.
So if they went undefeated, this is basically hypothetical. Do you think that they would be the greatest UAP team of all time?
No, you go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go first.
No. Because then basically that's saying like then this Ateneo team from last year is the greatest team of all time. And I would honestly take the team from last year, the Ateneo team, over that LaSalle.
I think it would have been damn good.
It would have been very close, but I would take that Ateneo team
But why?
8 out of 10 times.
Why?
30, Baller. Ange, what are they going to do about Ange?
I don't know. Maybe a Ben
Yeah.
Bala.
Yeah.
I don't know.
know.
Nah,
man.
did you
Like,
see? I don't think you
like-
saw Ben and Bala.
Yeah, dude. Ben
I've
and Bala
seen it.
look.
No. You see the video.
man.
You saw the
LeBron
video.
vibes,
Yeah,
LeBron
dude.
vibes.
There's not. It's not LeBron vibes, man. This guy was like King Kong vibes,
Okay,
man.
but they lost
This was
the
not LeBron James. This guy was from a nut. This guy will eat the basketball, man. He would like, dude. I have never seen like live a guy block a basketball that far into the stands in SM or in whatever Mall of Asia. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, dude.
Yeah. And honestly, for me, the reason why I think that LaSalle, if they went undefeated, they would be considered the best is, like, they were dominant when they did it, man. They won every game by an average margin of like 17
So was
points.
Ateneo last year.
So you'd
No,
pick.
they
You'd
didn't.
pick
It wasn't.
LaSalle.
I would pick LaSalle. I would say that they were the better team if they went undefeated.
I
Like
think
they would go down as the greatest UAP team of all time. Plus that year they had the MVP in Ben and Bala.
What
Rookie
about
of
like
the year,
old,
Aldrin
are there like
Balesho.
good like old
Like-
teams or no?
Good old teams?
Yeah, is there like any like down like what about Kiefer's team? Like would they be better than
no. Kiefer's team was not. Kiefer's rookie year, yeah, they were good, but Kiefer was like 6 man and
So
whatever.
they're not like but like was that team better than
I think.
Bala's team?
I mean,
No, I
no
wouldn't.
team. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think it's either this 30 led team or that.
Yeah. I think
also
those are the
think
only
the
two
coaching
choices.
makes a big difference, and I think Tab Baldwin would fit that the solid team.
I think
No,
so
I'm
too.
not-
I
I'm
think
not-
so too. That's why in a
That's what I
3-game
think,
series,
Okay, yeah.
series,
If we're
I
talking
think,
that, but I'm just talking about like who would be considered the
don't drive in
greatest
the.
team.
Yeah, but doesn't the team also include the coach?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so team against team.
So-
I believe
Ateneo.
Ateneo would win. And I mean, like, they did go undefeated.
They
and
did
like,
what they
and
did.
I think also the fact fact that in that almost perfect season for
That is
LaSalle,
crazy.
on the
Drive slower.
on the almost perfect
This
season.
guy's overtaking me, man. In
Let's
Dasu.
just pause. Let's just pause.
This guy overtook me in Dasu.
Yeah. By the way, we're driving really slow, and we're really sorry if you're watching. This
5
video.
second delay.
Yeah.
5
For
second
how
delay.
many
Okay, no,
times
let's just shut up. Let's just
this
shut up for
phone
5
is
seconds. So
going.
we have.
A what?
Okay, now let's go. Now what? Back to what?
If we have a what? Oh, well, what are we talking about? Basically, we're both Rod and I are saying that the Ateneo team. would be
Yeah.
better.
No, and I just think that the fact that that almost perfect LaSalle team
Yeah.
lost that one loss that they had was against
Ateneo.
the young 30 and the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like-
that like makes
that
up like
just shows
okay, yeah, they did it for a reason. Because 2 years later, they were the best team ever.
And you're acting like they didn't do it dominantly.
Yeah.
Also, I
And
guarantee
come on,
you,
Negs.
if we were to look at
Let's-
the stats.
let's think
they
about-
won
yeah.
by a lot. I remember watching those games in JSEC, and I think we turned off almost every single one.
Yeah.
Except for the one against USD, which somehow still ended up being an 8-point game. And they won the finals, no question.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm talking to two Ateneo guys right now, so like we can't
Maybe
really.
that's
I
it.
mean,
Maybe that's it.
there's no 100% objectivity, man. Yeah.
Well,
I like LaSalle.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, sometimes.
yeah, you almost went there.
Alright.
So, the PBA is set to resume.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that one?
I mean, I am shocked, to be honest, that they were able to pull off a bubble. Like, I am actually thoroughly impressed that they were able to put this thing together. And I mean, just reading like articles about it, like their like protocols are even stricter than the NBA's.
Yeah.
Apparently, they get tested like more frequently, and like the
Good for
NBA,
them.
how they were able, like they allow like family members to join, right? The NBA,
Mhm.
PBA, that's like a
No way.
thing, like no chance we're gonna.
I mean,
allow.
that's the way. I don't think you can give that leeway here.
That's true.
Yeah.
That would be that makes sense.
Yellow bar, sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, like I mean, I'm glad that they were able to put it together. Now,
Yeah, I love that they were able to do it. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna work out well. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah,
Glad to
same
have
next.
sports
I actually
back.
I did not believe it. I didn't think. I think I always thought that sports would be the last to come back.
yeah, here,
Yeah.
right, yeah,
Just
exactly.
because it's.
And I didn't think they would. I honestly didn't think that they would be able to do this thing like this year. At the earliest, I was thinking like next year.
Yeah, this is really soon, man.
Yeah.
Like that they already have it going and stuff. I mean, hopefully the rest of sports can follow through. So it's not
Yeah.
just.
And it really it's just cool to see also like seeing players' Instagram stories now.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
they're all like it's really like bubble vibes. You know. Yeah, there's even Jimmy Butler started a coffee thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Paul Lee. Paul
He did
Lee
the same
from
thing.
he started a coffee. I think it's called Lethal Coffee.
Lethal coffee.
Because his
Lethal
nickname's like Lethal Weapon or whatever. So he started.
How much
How
is
much
selling?
is he selling
1K,
for?
1K a cup.
1K a cup has to be.
idea.
If you don't sell it for 1K a cup, it's bolero na.
You're not
Paul
doing
Lee,
it.
you gotta get it together.
Come on,
if it's
Paul.
not 1K a
We're
cup.
talking to you, Paul. But yeah, like I love how the players are taking this on. Like
Yeah,
it's
that-
awesome.
it's gonna be cool. Anyways, so since the PBA is coming back, I thought it'd be fun if we all picked some teams for us to say like that's our team. We'll follow this team.
Yeah.
We'll be all in.
Wait,
fans for this.
basically first, let's just let the fans know. We're not really the biggest like PBA enthusiasts.
Oh, I know 3 players.
Yeah, like we're not even gonna lie. We're not.
We don't know.
We're not knowledgeable about this league. So
But we'll figure it out.
yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Now we're gonna be more invested in it. I mean, we're picking our favorite teams now.
Yep.
By the end of like a month, I'd say we'll be able to discuss. So
So I know Tim Cohn. So for sure, my team is gonna be him.
okay.
Because he has a triangle offense, and I'm pretty sure they have good players. They have Japeth, what's the last name? Aguilar, and then they have LA. They have
Stanley.
Greg
is it-
Slaughter.
Is it Stanley Pringle on
Yeah,
that team?
Pringle's on the team.
Yeah.
So it's a solid team. I kind of don't like that it's a super solid team because then I'm like a front runner. But whatever, I really like Tim Cohn.
Always a good
Triangle
idea to
offense.
side with the greatest PBA
So,
coach.
let's go with that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the San Miguel Beerman. Always been looking at Terence Romeo as a really good player since his FEU days. So I mean the one game I did see when he came back, down like 13 with like 8 seconds left or some shit like
Who
that.
did that?
Terence
Terence
Romeo.
Romeo.
He had a game like that.
T-Mac,
He had
yeah.
a T-Mac game, yeah. T-Mac's always my number 1 pick on NBA 2K, so I'll go with Terence Romeo and
Oh yeah, we have to do that video.
the
Wait, what's the
Beerman.
name of their team?
The San Miguel
Oh,
Beerman.
San Miguel Beerman.
Yeah. And they have, what's his name? What's the tall? What's his
June
name?
Mark.
June Mark, dude. Yeah,
Mark
he's gonna
Fajardo.
eat all
Yeah,
the boys. He's literally Boban, dude. The way he moves, he looks
Ah,
like
yeah.
Boban, dude. But Boban, but that plays more than.
I mean, he's
8
won
minutes
6
a game.
MVPs in a row.
Exactly.
I mean, he's
Sorry.
he's pretty.
Yeah, I
he's
don't
pretty.
think he plays
6 MVPs
Yeah, it
averaging.
doesn't-
6 MVPs averaging what 11 points a game.
Come on.
No,
he had
he
one year that
averages
was
like
like
a
21.
double-double.
Yeah, 21 and 10.
Yeah.
The worst one was when he averaged like 17 and 10, and he won MVP. So yeah,
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go.
He's pretty
My
good.
boys.
the beer man.
The
I
beer
think-
man.
Did they win? Like, also, like, do you guys understand how the PBA works?
I know there's
No,
like 8
I-
different.
And
I don't know how.
Championship.
okay, so but
All
do you
the
guys know how
conferences.
the bubble's gonna work?
I think the bubble is
Should
like, how does it work, bro? Yeah, no idea. Because I know there's one without imports, right?
Yeah.
And I saw the bubble for sure has imports because I saw like pictures of like import players like there.
coming in. And everything.
Yeah, so it must be that one.
So it's probably just
Damn.
one
Yeah.
thing, right?
Then that's interesting because earlier this year they said that there would be no
Imports.
no imports at all, right?
Yeah. Or like it would be tough to
Yeah. No, they
Have
said
it out.
they already said that
Oh,
there would
they
be
said
no
they
imports
not.
for the rest of the season.
So
that's
that's good. That'll make it.
like
Very
crazy that they
exciting.
even got it going and they're actually getting the imports to come back. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
They figured it out.
Yeah, definitely.
And just Willie Marshall, the commissioner, if you're watching this, give me come in one time.
Yeah,
please.
One
This
game
is-
lang. dude.
Come
This
on,
is, if
dude.
anyone's
One
watching
time.
this and has somebody
Someone who knows
that they
someone
can get
who
us into
knows
the bubble,
someone.
give us a media pass.
That
We'll
would be
cover the whole
sick,
thing.
man.
Yeah.
We will give literal live scores,
Yeah.
articles after every game. We'll write about everything that happens in the bubble.
Yep.
We will be
We'll be on top of everything.
Woj, Stephen A, whatever we need to be
We'll
if
be-
we can
yeah.
just get into that bubble.
Yeah.
So yeah, media
So-
pass, PBA Bubble, send us one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Oh,
alright,
my
so-
turn. No, my team.
Oh, I thought you already said the hot shots.
No,
Yeah,
I changed
yeah.
it. Should it be hot
changed?
shots?
Alright.
Parang Warriors.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
So Warriors.
I guess I'm gonna go with the NLEX Road Warriors, primarily because I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, and same name, so that's solid.
Is Kiefer back?
Yeah, Kiefer's there,
He's in the
so
bubble.
yeah, he's in the bubble. Yeah, I guess now I love Kiefer, and Coach Yang Gao, aka the guy who
He's
gets,
a coach.
yeah, the guy who's literally mad at life every single day. So Coach Gao, I'll give you a hug if you really need it, dude.
But he does always look man.
Did you see that video of him screaming at his players, dude? Like I would not be able to take that if I were one of his players. So
Wait, didn't he also? I wrote an article about that. About his
yeah, his top, his
dream
best, yeah, his
mythical
dream.
five. Listen to this. So he wants the next Gilas team to be like a bunch of players, but he'll need to have two naturalized players. And his
I think
thing
Clarkson and
Blatch.
no, not Blatch. It's a different guy. Forget his
No idea.
name. Oh my goodness, I forget his name. Anyways, so yeah, he wants to have these two guys, and his whole method is that but I'm sure that we can figure out a way to get them both on the team.
they'll just ask FIPA though or
We're
something
just
like
gonna
that.
ask him. The team's gonna be like, yeah, sure, why not? Don't think that's gonna happen.
This guy's a big
I
believer.
think at the end of the day, get Clarkson. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta believe.
Yeah, I mean, I admire the optimism, Coach Gao.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
Well,
My
man.
baby.
In
I love it.
hindsight, it's probably not gonna happen. Yeah. Speaking of bubbles, UST. Tell us about that next.
So I mean, yeah, that whole situation was just like a shit show. Essentially, for those of you who don't know what happened, the head coach of UST, Alden Ayo, was essentially holding practices in his home province of Sorsogon and was like making all his players go there. Like this was like during lockdown, essentially, which is like illegal,
Absolutely not.
absolutely illegal, and it started this whole controversy because the players actually started a group chat with like their parents and stuff, and then they were saying like, "Oh, we're not being fed well. Like when we're sick, no one's taking care of us. The food is so bad, etc., etc." So
We even got who sent us that?
yeah,
thing?
Renz
Renz
Abando sent us like a
Love you,
full-
Renz.
yeah,
I'm a big fan.
Renz, you're the man, dude.
I'm a
Crazy
huge
guy.
fan.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero vibes, man.
Dude,
No.
Tyler Hero
Yeah,
vibes,
so
Tyler
much
man.
Hero
vibes.
vibes,
Tyler Hero
We gotta
vibes
stop
for
saying
sure. Yeah, sorry,
What?
sorry.
We're- we-
Right, we're
we're-
the vibe chasers.
Yeah, we're the VCs,
yeah.
bro.
Oh my god.
But anyways, yeah, essentially, obviously they got caught, and Alden Ayo now is indefinitely banned from UAP. He was immediately fired, and then after that, literally all of their players just left, like the best ones: Renz, Mark Nonoy.
Well, I mean, if
All
I'm
that.
the UST community, I am like looking for Alden Ayo, man.
If you're the one,
If I'm like the fans of UST,
yeah,
I am like hunting that guy down.
yeah,
He
100%.
he already recruited like such an awesome
he
core.
put together a great team.
like that
He
is
put
like
together a great team.
yeah,
I think-
man. Like they were gonna give Ateneo a run for their money this year. I think like it would have been a lot closer than people think.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really believe that. But I mean,
But they
it would have
definitely
been.
were-
I mean,
they
they
were
would have been
talented
really.
team.
Yeah, they would have been able to compete and stuff. And maybe not this year. Maybe the year after,
Yeah.
it would have been closer. But like they were set up a little
Yep.
bit.
Oh yeah,
They had some
Exactly.
good guys, man. And now the crazy thing is, it's not that those guys just left to another league. Some of them are still in the freaking league.
Yeah,
And
no,
they're gonna be
they
playing against-
left, dude.
Yeah,
Like they
Encino is
some of
gonna
them
be-
transferred
yeah,
to NCAA. dude.
exactly. So now, no, yeah,
Encino's
the
UAP.
NCAA, but who's
Yeah.
still staying in UAP? That's the one that's really gonna
Casinos
hurt.
in UP.
Cancino went to
Yeah,
UP.
the
Yeah.
guys that are still there, they're gonna have to play against next year. Like,
Yeah, that's why.
like this USD.
Yeah.
Are we gonna play for USD or something? Like, who do they have, man?
They're gonna call us. You guys
Like,
have
they
a good
lost-
guide.
Like, I
They
feel
lost
like
everyone.
every single day we got an update that someone else was transferring out
Yep,
and
yep.
saying something bad about this guy. And this guy and Alden Ayo was what legendary coach for. Like that's Ben Mbala's dude, man.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, with the LV
Oh,
shoes
yeah.
all the time.
Even
or
the way
whatever,
that they
Gucci
played is
shoes.
sick. They play like the Warriors.
Yeah.
They shot
They're
like
so fat,
70
yeah.
threes a game.
Yeah.
Ran
Yeah,
up down
man.
the court the whole time. But
He's
like, I
like,
really-
the
I
slick
really-
hair, the watch and everything,
Yeah.
and then now it's like, dude,
That's
you're
right.
done. It's
you're
like you're
out,
done.
bro.
And I just wonder like how he was able to convince all of their players to like
Well, I mean,
Like, wouldn't the players know that this
Yeah.
is not allowed, or
well,
the
with
parents
that,
at the
it
very
comes
least?
down to just how bad you want it. They probably
So they really wanted it.
Like they probably.
Well, they obviously didn't want it if they're gonna turn around and
Yeah,
just,
no, but they probably thought like they would have good accommodations, they would be living in a good place, they'd be getting good food.
So I guess that was the deal.
when
Okay.
they found out that didn't happen, that's when it all went.
well,
south.
then you can't just throw it on Alden Ayo. You have to throw it. That's like whoever the head of UST
I think that's
Sports is.
whoever-
whoever is in charge of all of
is
that.
involved.
Oh,
with
it was
that,
Alden Ayo.
with
Alden
that
Ayo
whole
set this
scheme.
whole thing up.
Yeah, he set it all up.
Like,
So-
he was the one who organized everything. So,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think it's all this guy's fault.
Yeah, it's definitely
Like,
his fault.
what the hell is he
Big
thinking?
mistake on his
No,
part.
but what UST just allowed that to happen?
They
that's-
didn't know.
They didn't know.
None of them knew this was going on. Dude.
That can't
That's
be possible.
no, it legit.
It was really just
They did.
him.
It was just him. He orchestrated this.
Well,
whole thing.
this guy is something else.
Yeah.
This guy is like
Don.
this guy's Bill Belichick, man.
Yeah.
Don. That's
He's
why.
like,
So like,
God.
I respect him for doing it, but I mean, if he's gonna do it right.
Dude, yeah.
This guy's like
Do it. He could have done it way better.
And I mean, yeah, if he did it better, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they
never
got away
got-
with
they
it.
never
Yeah,
found out.
exactly.
And
Well,
they probably
I think-
come out and
okay,
they win,
here's
rap
the
whenever
thing.
it does happen. again.
here's the thing with Alden Ayo. He's kind of like that coach that'll like grind you. You know those classic
Yeah,
like full
yeah.
court press coaches and
Yeah,
when we were
exactly.
kids. He's kind of like that, and I think that's like the dying breed also with coaches.
Like, everyone's too nice now.
Like everybody kind of wants like a whole like you can't just be the head of whatever. Like even Tab has a softer spot than that. Like I feel like Alden Ayo is just gonna play you out until like
Yeah,
your
like,
feet are bleeding already.
yeah.
I don't think
You know.
that's a sauce.
Oh no, I mean Tab's not.
Tab's a cold stone.
Yeah,
Killer.
Tab's but he's not gonna lock up his
Yeah.
team in Sorsogon.
That's right. That's where to me it's just like, bro,
Are you
like,
kidding me?
He literally like held them captive in Sorsogon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Essentially, I guess in conclusion, that whole thing is just messed up.
Yeah, it is.
And
It's extreme.
I feel most bad for the players. To be honest.
It's so terrible. I mean, they're kids.
just
they're,
so
they're our
unfortunate
age.
for these
They're going through that
Yeah.
whole stuff.
I mean, good luck. I mean, good for the rest of them to get out and make a move right away, though.
Mhm.
Like that was really good. No one stuck around,
Yeah.
and they were just get up
Got
and
out of
go.
that situation.
Yeah, quick pivot.
Alright, and still on the topic of bubbles, we have probably something that we know best out of
Oh,
everything. We have the NBA Finals. Today is Wednesday? Wednesday,
Game one's
September
tomorrow,
30. So game one's tomorrow. We have the Heat and we have the Lakers. Finally, Miami, Los Angeles. That hasn't happened in years. Look at everyone look. You know why everyone look there, guys?
What are we looking at?
Secret. Don't tell. Anyways.
She was cute.
Anyways,
Let me go back. I didn't see it.
we have Miami, we have Los Angeles, two of the biggest cities in America. LeBron's in it. Somehow Miami made it with JB, Tyler Hero, and Duncan Robinson.
I just like to say, everybody, I called that the Heat would make the NBA Finals in January, and we're here, and so are they.
Yeah, go do
And they
your
made
own
it. So, what do you guys think? Who's gonna win? Rod's turned me into a believer. I'll say that much. I think the Heat win.
I've always been sticking by the Heat,
And at the very least,
but-
they give them a good shot.
but
Negs will not give the Heat any respect.
I'm also very
Zero
realistic.
respect.
I'm gonna pull for the Heat. I love those boys, but like, I think I mean, LeBron looks really focused. He looks like he
Don't even
wants
get me
it
started.
really bad. But I think that he also knows that these guys, like the Heat have not been. They haven't played an easy game this entire playoffs. They have not just let someone win. So and LeBron has gotten a lot of that in the series, and he's gonna have to work for it now. So I think Lakers in 7 could be 6, but it's gonna be a tougher 6. But yeah, I'm predicting Lakers in 7. I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna go with Anthony Davis as the Finals MVP.
I don't know which one's more absurd, the first point or the second.
I'm joking.
Jesus.
Okay, fine,
What?
fine. LeBron is Finals
What?
MVP.
Like, go.
I already said I'm Heat. I think they win, but at the very least, they're gonna give them a fight over at least 7 games. I think defensively they match up pretty well. I think Bam's gonna give AD a lot more problems than people think. I think Spoelstra's gonna have a good defensive system against the Lakers. I don't think necessarily have role players around LeBron and AD can happen.
I think the crazy.
It's going to be a good
yeah.
series. It's 100% going to be a very good series. And anyone that's just writing off the Heat, I mean, you got to be out of your mind.
And also the thing is that there was like a stat that showed that Jimmy Butler has defended LeBron the best in the past couple of years. So
Nice.
it might come down to AD against Bam.
And I hate to say it, but that's a bad. That is going to be.
I mean, Bam's gonna give AD a run for his money. Bam's got a lot of this.
If you ask me, AD looks skinny. And the way that I saw Bam body Giannis like 3 times, I was like, okay, this dude
Bam is
is
a dog.
tough. He is tough, and he's gonna give them problems. And then you put Duncan and Tyler there.
Yeah, let's talk about two
If
best
those-
shooters in the NBA: Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero.
If those boys get hot, we're in trouble, man. Lakers are in trouble. What? So and Danny Green are gonna come up clutch for the Lakers?
I have never
Come
seen
on.
2 guards shoot like that before.
Okay, well now you're just.
It's ridiculous.
Alright, Rod.
Anyway, next, your turn.
Well, basically, yeah. So Blake just said that anyone who's writing the Heat off, you're out of your mind. I am completely writing them off. I think the series is over. At most, I'll give the Heat 1 game. I think it's Lakers in 5. I just have one reason only. One team has LeBron James and the other one doesn't. That is it. And yeah, period. End of story. I don't care about.
What's his record in the finals?
Is he facing the Golden State Warriors?
What's his record in the finals? I didn't ask who he's facing. I asked what's his record in the finals.
Don't start with this. Don't start with that.
Either way,
Don't
we're not
start
going to
with
talk
this.
about this.
I really hope we don't.
Anyways, guys, that was it for it. Basically, I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
my God! Yo,
Is that a
basketball?
dude.
Someone's basketball.
That's so
wild,
wild,
out of the street.
Should I go get it and
That's
take a shot?
insane.
Should I go get it and take a shot?
Maybe.
Come
Nah,
on.
there's a car behind.
Wait,
There's a
come
car
on.
behind.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's it. First episode of
Oh, that was
Ronda.
awesome.
If you like the show, please be sure to subscribe to it as well as give it a 5-star rating and a review. We definitely will appreciate it. Anyways, wait, what? Oh, as a reminder for this show and others, like, wow, this is gonna get tough. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
No, Blake can't read.
The
Yeah, he
reading is
struggles.
tough.
Yeah.
As a reminder for this show and others, and projects, no, this is just word around. As a reminder for this show and others like it, what? Why does it say?
Do it.
Read this, and tell me if this is right.
Where?
As
If you what?
okay,
Here?
at this point, as a reminder.
As a reminder for this show and others and projects like it, go
It's
to
weird.
globallyballin.com as well as follow Globally Ballin on social media, including facebook.com/globallyballin, Twitter @globallyballin, and Instagram. You can also follow this directly at Patron Sports on Instagram.
You can check us out on TikTok. We're on Twitter, but not really. Somewhat. Everything also gets shared on Facebook.
We'll get on Twitter soon when things get going.
Yeah, hopefully this will maybe force us to do a little more stuff, and you guys can stay tuned. And
Thank
we'll have
you.
a lot more to come.
And don't
Thank
miss
you
us.
for listening, and we'll see you again soon.
This will be a
Yeah.
weekly thing. You ready?
And don't miss us
Gotta
on
love
next week's episode. Okay.
See
Don't miss us on next week's episode.
What?